We're here in the Laguna Mountains, east of San Diego, California, in a forest in the fall full of Kellogg oaks, or black oaks, Quercus kelloggi. This is the oak that the Indians in the area, the Kumeyaay, would seek in the fall of the year. They would come up from coastal encampments and spend time in the mountains harvesting the acorns from this tree. This is a deciduous tree. The leaves are lost in the wintertime. All of the other oaks in Southern California are live oaks, meaning the leaves are evergreen year-round. This is an oak that loses its leaves, and it also has deep dissections in the leaves, which gives it a different look from the live oaks. It's the only deciduous oak in San Diego. All of the oaks are monoecious. That means they have catkins in the spring, which produce male flowers and pollen. The female flowers, a little more obscure, will develop into acorns. The acorn of the Kellogg oak takes 2 years to mature. Many of the other oaks, it takes 1 year. So the harvest is not every year on the same tree, but every year in the same forest. The acorn of the Kellogg oak is sweeter than the other oaks. Therefore, it's popular with the Kumeyaay. The oil content is such that it's easier to prepare than some of the other acorns. So unless there was great famine in Indian country, the Kellogg oak was number one. Some years are better than others with acorn harvest. Some trees, for example, it's called masting, M-A-S-T. They will mast, which means they will overproduce huge numbers of acorns, overwhelm the parasites and the predators of acorns as a strategy for survival. Other years they will produce fewer acorns. But someplace in the forest you will have trees producing bumper crops of acorns. So usually it was a good year for acorn harvest. If it wasn't, some of the other acorns from other oaks would be used with a little less enthusiasm than the black oak harvest. They had tannins, which are common in oak tissue, that are bitter. So the acorns of Kellogg oak, less tannin, sweeter, more popular with the Kumeyays in this area. Indians living in the villages along the Southern California coast would disperse and head for the mountains. It wasn't like going to the corner grocery store. They would travel into the mountains where the Kellogg oaks were available for harvest. It was the Indian women that would harvest the acorns. They would wait for the acorns to fall. They would gather them, place them in granaries. The granaries were made of willow bark and willow twigs. Allegedly because of the material in willow tissue that would discourage insect parasitism on their food source. They had a system pretty well worked down where they would travel distances to harvest the acorns, take them back to the villages, and save them for preparation the rest of the year. The distribution of black oak is from about here. There's a few in the mountains of northern Baja, and goes up into southern Oregon in the mountain ranges of California. So the distribution makes this pretty much a California oak.